Well, hello YouTube, and welcome back to Daily Life. I'm your host, the star of the Daily Life, Tom Johnson. Today is Thursday, May 1st, 2014, and the topic that I'm going to be talking about today in a minute or so is study dates. But I just wanted to address something because today is the 1st of May, and I realized that it is May Day. Now, May Day is a day when organized labor takes to the streets and fights for their rights. They fight for it. And the big unions get out there and they wave their signs and they fight for their rights, and everybody around the world fights. And I don't really know what the point of it all is, but I just wanted to let you know that it's happening. So if you're a member of a union, probably out there on the picket lines today. But that's not where you should be. You should be right in here with Daily Life. And the star of the Daily Life, Tom Johnson. That's where you should be. That's where you want to be. That's where your coworkers want to be. That's where your comrades want to be if you're in Soviet Russia or, Cuba. I don't think I have any viewers from there. I don't support communism, and if you do, I don't really welcome you to this broadcast. This is a communist-free broadcast, folks. I don't enjoy communism. The Soviet Union caused the world a lot of problems in the 80s, and luckily it's gone today, and I love Russia. Most Russians are not communist. Most Cubans are. Most North Koreans are. I definitely do not welcome viewers from North Korea, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Syria, Libya, because those are authoritarian regimes. They do not support democracy. And I do. So if you live in one of those countries, I hope you support democracy. It's my personal feeling about it, and I don't care what you think. That's what I think. If you feel differently, feel free to comment. I probably won't post it today. It's your prerogative. We do live in a free society in my part of the world where free speech is welcomed. That also means that free speech extends to me, and since this is my show, I decide what speech gets posted. So that's how we do that. And it's May Day. I just spent 2.5 minutes on that. So I am now going to go and talk about study dates. Now, I do a lot of dating related shows on this this broadcast, because I frankly like to date. It's pretty fun. You can't do it unless you are a millionaire. And even then, I don't know how you wouldn't do it. I mean, even millionaires have to date. Now, granted, their dates are somewhat more extravagant than mine or yours, but they do. I've done segments on online dating. I've done segments on a wide variety of issues related to dating. And I will probably continue to do them well into the future, because that's just how we roll here on Daily Life. So, the study date is a unique thing, a unique phenomenon in the daily world, though, because it's one of those things where sometimes it can be kind of hard to tell whether you're actually on a date or not. It happens, I've been on study dates, and I'm like sitting there, and I realize, geez, Louise, am I on a date right now? And you have no idea. Who knows? I don't. But usually you can figure it out, and you end up the thing, and you are on a date. So, yeah, there you are. Well, what else can I talk about? I do a lot of shows on dating websites, and I guess you could conceivably set up a study date on a dating website, such as Plenty of Fish. That's one dating website. eHarmony. Now that's a pay website. You kind of got to pay a little money to get on it. What's some other ones there? There's got to be other ones. Match.com. There's another popular one. OkCupid. No, I don't like that one so much because they rate. The point of all this to say is that you could set up a study date. Now, most people on dating sites will not do that, but you could conceivably set up one. You really could. How do people date? Well, I would say that the most popular way to set up a date with somebody you don't know is probably in a bar. Now, this can be a problem for a number of reasons, but predominantly it can be a problem because, you don't really know what you're getting when you are meeting someone in a bar for a date. It can be hard to determine what they're after. Some people who are in bars for dates, they just want the physical stuff. Some people want a relationship. That's just the way it goes. Yep. Wide eyes. My neighbors are listening to something on the computer. I thought it was my earphones. That's why I checked. And so then you say you go on a study date, and because bars are a great way to meet people, meeting people in class is also a good way to meet people. I have met people in class. It hasn't worked out, but nonetheless, you can meet people. What I would like to know is where the hell I meet people that look like this. I showed this in a previous episode this week. Where do I meet Kate Upton? Or a Kate Upton lookalike? That's what I want to know. Yes, I do. Okay. That is pretty much all I have to say about study dates. Go on a study date, you go on a regular date, get married, have babies, fall in love. That's how I'm going to wrap it up shortly. Because I do want to take a couple of minutes here at the end as we as we pass the 8-minute mark now, to plug tomorrow. Now, a couple things. First of all, I've been plugging it all week. Tomorrow is the season finale of Daily Life on YouTube, powered by Google, starring Tom Johnson. It will air at some point in the day, probably earlier rather than later. I'm going to tape it live, so it will be a live show, at least as live as I can get it. This show is taped. It was taped earlier in the week, but you know how these things are. Sometimes I tape ahead, just like a regular TV show, because that's how I operate. And I am now prepared to announce. Are you ready for it? We're approaching 9 minutes. I got 1 minute left to do this, folks. I'm announcing the first show of the second year of Daily Life starring Tom Johnson on YouTube, powered by Google, will begin on the day of September 22nd, 2014. I wanted to build that up a lot because it's an important day. I want you to, right now, stop what you're doing. If you're on Facebook, if you're listening to me and you're not paying attention to me, get off the phone, get off of Facebook, stop doing your work, click on the screen that's got me on, look at my face and me pointing at you, get out a pen, get out your calendar, or if you use one of those electronic gizmos nowadays, get it out, whatever you want to do. Flip to September. You're doing this with me? Flip to September, and right on September 22nd, Monday, September 22nd, first show of the second year of Daily Life starring Tom Johnson on YouTube, powered by Google. That is all the time I have for today. Our 100th season finale spectacular is tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, and we're going to wrap up tomorrow for the year, for the summer. I'm Tom Johnson for all of us here at Daily Life. Goodbye.